My name is Carissa Ricciardi, and I am a counselor at Catholic Charities of Middle Tennessee in Nashville. This presentation was created alongside of Hannah Clark, another counselor at Catholic Charities, and we are giving you information about our Hope program and how you can access those services. At Catholic Charities, we have a number of social services and resources available. There is counseling, which is individual and family, as well as school counseling in addition to our Hope program, adoption services, our family empowerment program, immigration and refugee services, and we have resource centers in Magruder, North Nashville, and in South Nashville. To receive more information about those programs, feel free to visit our website listed below or call our main line to receive more information and get connected with the appropriate program. With this presentation, we wanted to specifically focus on our Hope program in our counseling department. The Hope program is a free short-term trauma counseling program for children ages 4 to 18 that reside in Davidson County. So to be eligible for these free services, children and adolescents must have been either a direct or indirect victim of a various crime. So either themselves, someone in their family, or another loved one. And in our program, we have trauma-focused counseling on individual session basis, group counseling, and we also can provide parent sessions and support. And here we outlined all of the qualifying crimes that would allow a child to access our free trauma-focused counseling services with the Hope program. So that list includes neighborhood violence, domestic violence, abuse or neglect, homicide, adult physical assault, sexual abuse, DUI or car crashes, terrorism, mass violence, teen dating violence, kidnapping, burglary or robbery, child physical abuse, hate crimes, human trafficking, arson, bullying, and stalking or harassment. So a child would need to be either directly or indirectly impacted by one of these crimes to qualify and access our services. So directly meaning that the child personally has experienced one of these crimes, or indirectly meaning either a family member or a loved one has experienced one of these crimes, and this child is affected by that person having gone through one of these crimes. In this slide, we wanted to talk a little bit about the counseling experience and what one can expect with the Hope program in a session. We always aim to provide a safe and confidential space for children to process their experiences and to express their emotions in a safe and healthy way. In sessions, we normalize their common trauma experiences and help them learn about various coping strategies that they can use to manage those various emotions. All of our sessions are interactive and creative, as well as tailored to the unique individual child. In sessions, we use various strategies, whether that be yoga, relaxation, movement, play, art, and games, to all help the child process those experiences as well as express those emotions. Typically, our program has been offered in the home setting as well as the school setting, but due to the current pandemic, telehealth options are available. As a part of the therapeutic work that children do within the Hope program is understanding about trauma and how their responses to stress and that trauma manifest. And I think it's also important for parents and caregivers and loved ones to understand how that might look as well. So here on the slide, we have the 3 most common trauma responses that can occur. We have the fight response, flight response, and freeze response. So these responses are the body's natural reaction to danger. So when there is a threat, these responses help to protect us and to help us either get out of a situation or to endure a stressful situation. So sometimes after a trauma has occurred and the danger is no longer prevalent in your life or a threat, sometimes bodies may still respond to typical everyday things, and they might come out as these various trauma or stress responses. As we talked about in the previous slide about various trauma responses, specifically flight, fight, or freeze, how that can look in a child may be different for every child. And again, when that particular threat is no longer there, but the child may still be experiencing different behaviors or different emotional responses to everyday interactions. Some of those are listed out here on this slide. So this is not an exhaustive list, but just to give an idea of what fight, flight, or freeze might look like in various children. So we have anxiety, depression, difficulty focusing, trouble sleeping, nightmares, mood changes, suicidal thoughts, anger, thumb sucking, problems at school, easily being overwhelmed, hyperactivity, hypervigilance, excessive fears, bedwetting, changes in appetite, irritability, or outbursts. One thing that we know is extremely beneficial to a child's recovery or healing after a trauma is the support that they receive. So here we have a list of ways and things that we recommend for loved ones and caregivers to help support a child after a traumatic event. So first we have listed that maintaining family routines and rituals is an important element. So creating things that the child can expect day to day, both from the morning, transitioning into the afternoon, and into the evening. So keeping things as consistent and predictable as possible really helps the child to feel safe and secure. Next, we have act calmly. So this we have for any caregiver or loved one that is interacting with a child that may be sharing information about their trauma or maybe their feelings, and just really recommending that folks listen and try to maintain a calm as best as they can. That way the child can feel that calm in return and see that their support system is able to hold them within when they're not feeling as calm. So to be that stable base. Next, we have acknowledge your child's feelings. Oftentimes, children after trauma may have trouble expressing their feelings, or may have a fear that they won't be believed or that their feelings will not be validated. And so this we find is extremely important in having the child to feel heard and understood, knowing that their feelings are valued and that you're believing their feelings and creating a space for them to have their feelings. Next, we have practice relaxation strategies. So again, back with the trauma responses, that is that the body is needing to be rewired to learn how to relax in situations when maybe they're feeling heightened or hyperactive, or their emotions are just feeling overwhelming. We have a list of various strategies that loved ones can use with their child, whether that is deep breathing, practicing the 5 senses, so listing out things that they see, smell, hear, taste, and feel. Blowing bubbles, something that is fun and calming. Playing a game of I Spy. Counting 1 to 10 slowly while breathing. And perhaps creating a calm down corner in their their spaces, whether that's at home or at school. So that way, when the child is experiencing any of those trauma responses, they have a designated space where they know that they can feel safe and be able to regulate and calm themselves. And lastly, we have seek professional help. So if ever possible, reach out to get that professional support that your child and your family may need. I hope that you've enjoyed our brief presentation about the HOPE program at Catholic Charities. I wanted to leave you with the appropriate contact information if you have any questions about the program or if you are interested in accessing services for a child. We do provide our services in both English and in Spanish. For English-speaking services, you can reach out to Allison Milam Deal. For Spanish-speaking services, you can reach out to Hannah Clark. Thank you for tuning in with us, and I hope you have a lovely day.